I just want to say I'm in the right room. I was wondering the kind of women that will be on the call. When I saw everybody, in the last 30 minutes, just gathering, I said, these are the kind of women I like to talk to. Women that are, they're on the money, they are on the matter. They want to do better with their business. And I'm just so honored to be a part of this conversation. I know this is day 3 for you. It's the last day, and I can promise you it's going to be the best. And I know because the things I'm going to share today, even me, I'm blown away by them. And I say that because every time I have the opportunity to speak to a group of people. I was in South Africa 2 days ago delivering a presentation similar to this, but I'm just so grateful because it is my opportunity to share some things that I know for a fact that will help 1, 2, 20, 100, 1,000 people, So I'm just grateful for this. IgniteHER, thank you for having me. I'm so, so honored. The work you guys are doing is incredibly impactful. And I know for a fact that the thousands of women you guys have empowered in the last 3 days will know it for the better. I am so honored to be here. Shout out to my South African sisters. I have sisters in Ghana, I have sisters in Lesotho, I have sisters in Ethiopia, Uganda, and which other place do I have sisters in? It will come to me. But shout out to all of you that are coming from that angle, from that side of the continent. Now, I'm going to dive in. Just on your screen is a little bit about me. I had to condense with the team to tell them that, look, don't worry, they can read the rest online. But what I want to share today, it's a subject that I have taught a dozen times, too many times, right? And I've taught it to women, I've taught it to men. The good thing, am I audible? Just to check that I am audible.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Thank you. Great. I've taught it to men and women and also those in diaspora, right? Because some of the things that I realized is, do you know that Africa is one of the easiest places to make money on earth? I've lived in the UK, I've stayed in parts of the US. I'm telling you that Africa is one of the easiest places to make money. As an entrepreneur, it's one of the exciting things I like talking to people about on how to take their business beyond their borders, right? That's the topic I'm going to be talking about today. How many of you want to export? How many of you want your products to be in Europe? You want it to be in some other parts of Africa? You want it to be in America? Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I like the responses. But the difference between the classes that I have taught before and this one is that you guys are listening to it at the right time. I've been teaching exports since maybe 8 years now. And then when I used to teach it, it was like, but this woman, please, we just want to be local. We don't want to be any global champion, all those things. So for me, I am so happy all of you are in this room because you're about to take your businesses to the next level. And I mean that categorically. With the insight you've received and the one you're about to eat now, because it's a whole meal, it's like 3 courses in one, right? In fact, beyond what I had sent to the IgniteHER team, I got a lot more downloads that I'm going to be sharing that's not on the slide. So you will need to write down some things because they are not on the slide. The first thing I want to say that will be an introduction is the fact that if you are on the continent of Africa, you know that your government is not doing you too well. Can I get an amen? It's so like we can't even pray more than we're praying for them. And it's a shame because the government is actually supposed to be helping entrepreneurs like us so that we can thrive and be competitive globally and to also be able to do our businesses in a way that is going to change the lives of the people we want to help and our lives as well. But I have flash news or news flash. Abi, how do they say it? News flash is you are your own government. You are your own government. I'm telling you, alas, this is where we have ended up. We are the government. And the good thing about that is we're not going to wait for anything to happen. We're going to make it happen. And women, let me say this to you. I'm so happy that there are no men on this call. You don't need to make yourself fit into anything. With the current regime of government that we have now, everybody should find their blowing strategy. You have to get out there. Don't wait for anybody to bring anything to you, make it comfortable for you. We're not doing that. So the first thing I would say is that after this call, go and restructure your business first. Go and restructure it, because there are so many things you're going to have to change. There are so many things you're going to have to put in place so that you are not looking at your business card in 4 years and saying, and I did my best. And you know what? For some of you, it may change you into another business or another part of the value chain of your industry. And please be open to that. Don't stick to one business and say that this is where you are going, we die here. No, you may actually evolve and do some other things, and there's no shame in that. I have, and you can see on my slide here, I have tried 4 businesses, 4. If it was to the outside person now, they will say this woman is crazy. I've done things in fashion, I've done things in sourcing, manufacturing, export, food, dark kitchen, government procurement, e-commerce, you name it. When Jumia came to Nigeria then, I was one of the first people that we were selling all sorts of household items on their platform. Today, I do something different. I raise money for government projects. I raise money for infrastructural developmental projects across the continent. That's how I have a portfolio of 500 million euros for development. Do you see? So at least I can tell you for free from the things I have done in business, in export, that what we are learning today, I'm going to tell you stories, how I failed, how I made my first $10,000. I'm going to share all of that with you. I'm not here to package. We're not here to package at all. You are my sisters, so I'm going to throw it down and let's be real. Yes, to the glory of God, I've been named one of the top 100 most influential people of Black descent of this year. And I'm so grateful to God, because I don't know what it is they are saying I'm influencing, but if they say it, then I believe it as well. So I'm really grateful that I can do this as a job. I love raising money for SMEs. I've done $3 million in my little life, which is about 6 to 8 billion naira, because I'm from Nigeria. Shout out to my Nigerian sisters, so I have a bit of things to share today, and I'm very sure we'll have a great time. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. All right, so what are we going to be talking about today? These are things you need to know. They are not things I'm going to share with you for knowing sake. These are things you must know about, so that when they are talking about it to you in another context, in another room, in another event, you're like, no, I got this. I know what this is about. The first thing I'm going to ask you is this: are you ready to go global? Please, if you are, shout out, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Because if you add 10 years to your life now, this current age, you are not young, girl. You are not young. If you don't make it in this decade, when will we now make it? We've been working hard as women. I'm ready, please. I'm ready to go global. And I'm going to show you how. That is my job. That is my job today. IgniteHER have given me that task, and I'm going to do my best and give it my best shot. All right. So we're going to talk about the AFCFTA. This thing I've just said, AFCFTA, you will need to understand what it is as a woman who wants to trade on this continent in Africa. Do I by any chance have women who are from the diaspora? Maybe you are in like another country that's not on the continent of Africa. Please let me know where that is, and I'll have a look at it in a minute. Let me see if I can see anybody. That will also help. Mauritius, you are on the continent. Bonjour. Okay. Let me see. Is there anybody? No, there's no one, right? Okay, good. Fantastic. Bahamas. Did I see Bahamas, or is that my eyes? Sorry. Okay, they were here earlier. No problem. All right. So the AFCFTA is the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. Don't worry about the meaning. What you need to know is, what is this agreement? This agreement, hello, St. Lucia. Hi, Bahamas. Hey, guys. Right. So the AFCFTA agreement is very simple. It just means that Africa is saying, rather than Nigeria and Ghana or Tunisia and Mauritius not being able to trade with each other because of the barriers to trade, for example, customs, tariffs, all those things that they put there, and you have to pay all those things, right? They're saying, let's bring all those barriers down and let's trade without the barriers. That's all the agreement is really saying. The question there is, how does it affect you as a woman in business? It affects you, and we'll get into that. Then I'm going to then go into proper case studies on some women that have done this that you might be able to relate to. Okay, next slide. So that is just a few of the things. Next one that we're going to be going through. All right. Now, I just want to say this. Exporting can open doors for you. It opened doors for my life. It changed my life. It changed the kind of money. You know, dollars is sweet. How many of you understand? Dollars is a lovely currency, you know, but it can be intimidating to start. That is the truth. There's something about exporting that if you don't really get into the frame of mind, you know, it can be like, God, this thing is so hard, it's daunting, it's this, it's that. And as African entrepreneurs, especially women, you are at the heart of trade. I'm telling you, if they remove all of us, I don't know about the country you are in, but just imagine it for a quick second. If they remove all of us as women and they leave only the men, can you just imagine your country without women? Hey, the way families will suffer. So you are actually very central. You are at the heart of trade on this continent. Please carry your shoulder pads. When they say a woman entrepreneur, you are not a relegated people that they are helping to put their life together. We are the engine of this continent. There are over 700 million women on the continent of Africa. That's half the population. So without you, where are they going? Nowhere. So in order for you to unlock these global markets, it is critical. You have to understand, what do we mean by cross-border? Cross-border is simple. It just means cross the border of Nigeria to Lome, cross the border to Ghana, cross the border to Burkina Faso. It is about cross-border opportunities. You would need to understand this. Cross-border opportunities are open to you. So far you are on this continent, the country next to you, you can do business with them. That's all. And we're going to find out how we're going to do that. All right, next slide. Of course, like I said, understanding this AFCFTA framework, don't worry that it's a big agreement, all of that, it will still affect you ultimately. Now, as I said already, it was established to create a single African market. The good thing for you, let me tell you one of the benefits, and I saw this in South Africa when I was there this week. When you have shoes to sell and you are from Ethiopia, right, you can now send those shoes to South Africa to a distributor to start selling for you under your label. That's what this agreement is doing for us, because it's opened you up to a bigger market. So as opposed to where before, you know, and I'm saying this, I mean, guys, you won't know what the tariffs and the duty is doing for your cost of goods. For those of you who pay tariffs and duty, you will know what I'm talking about, that it is not cheap to pay. There was a period in my life, like I told you, I was in manufacturing, fashion to be precise. My goodness. I used to travel to, what's this border near us in Nigeria here? Oh gosh, there's a border next to us. It's gone off my head right now, you know. And the issue was, thank you, Seme, thank you. Just literally went past my head. I was at Seme border. And if you were in that time, this was 2017, so it was a long time ago, 2016, I got on the road with my car, took my driver, took another staff member, we went to buy fabric. And if you know anything about that trade corridor, which we call the Lagos trade corridor, The way those men at the border, those officials, those custom men, the way they will oh God, they will charge you so much money just because you are carrying goods of maybe 1 million naira. You pay almost 200,000, you know? So I got to the border that day. I entered bike. Women, we suffer. Oh, hey, I got on the bike, entered into Togo, and then started buying all the things I wanted. I finished, right? Got back on the bike with my staff. All of us, we came back. When I got back to Seme border, one of the officials that day was sent to me. That man said, no, I'm going to pay. And I didn't have any money to pay him. I just used all my money to buy goods. This man seized my car because I couldn't pay for those tariffs. Till today, women of God, I've not seen my car. He seized my car. So women face a lot of barriers. They will harass us sexually. They will harass us for money. They will harass us for things that they will not ordinarily ask another person. These things are the reasons why this agreement is important for you as a woman. You must know it. You must know your rights when you get to a customs office or in your country. I was in Ghana as well. This was, I want to say maybe 4 years ago. I went to the ASCFTA office. They showed me how transparent the whole thing is. If you're an entrepreneur in Ghana, if you go to your customs office, they cannot harass you because how much you will pay is on a computer. It's not what a government official will tell you. And that's why I appreciate what Ghana is doing. Ghana is moving fast in ensuring equality for women in trade. So it is critical that you understand what this agreement means for you, because on the day of battle, you must be able to look at the official and say, I am not required to pay this. I know my rights and I know what this agreement has opened for me. It is a market that is saying you only pay a fraction of the duty on these products. So I would at some point share some more details on where you can go to read it and all of that. But now let's find out, where are we in this agreement? Next. The beautiful thing is this, and I'm so glad they did this initiative. It's called the Guided Trade Initiative. What happened was that sometime in 2022, some officials met up, I believe in Addis Ababa, and they said, you know what, this agreement is big. When will we start knowing when people will start to trade with each other? If we wait for 54 countries that have ratified to now say that they want to all trade at the same time, it will take a long time. So they said, let's start with 8 countries. Isn't that a smart move? I thought it was brilliant because otherwise we'll just be waiting and waiting. So they chose Cameroon, Egypt, Ghana, Kenya, Mauritius, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Tunisia, and said, you know what, let these 8 countries start this agreement first. And they can start with 96 commodities, 96 products: tea, coffee, ceramic tiles, rubber, and I think there are even some fashion products. There are some finished goods. This is fantastic because immediately they started it. And first shipment from Rwanda went to went to Kenya. Kenya's batteries went to Ghana. My beloved Nigeria was not there. Oh. Check our life when they started this thing. We just joined in July of this year. So if you are a Nigerian, I'm happy to announce to you that you are now able to trade manufactured goods, finished goods under the Guided Trade Initiative. How do you do that? Our office for under AFTA, under AFCFTA. AFCFTA is also called AFTA. So if you hear AFTA, it's the same thing. AFTA is in Abuja. I will also still, maybe while we're in the Q&A or something like that, I can put those details in the, what do you call it? In the chat box. Please, next slide. I want to move fast because there are a few things I want to add to it. Okay, keep going. Good. Now, as I said, the benefit for you as a woman is that you are now you should have a seamless process in moving your things abroad now. But one of the things that I came out from South Africa saying to myself is that any woman whose business is not online is in trouble. Should I say it again? And I'm very happy for all the people that have won free websites. Your business is going to take a different trajectory. If you don't have your online strategy as a business right now, you are joking. Don't think that social media is also the end all and be all of online. It is not. If today Instagram goes down, is that the end of your business? Please, build your followership and online beyond social media. And your website is the best way to do that, where you begin to grow organically on your website. Don't say, we're still thinking about it. If you're still doing that, then you don't understand that another pandemic can make you go bankrupt. Can I get an amen? There was a research that showed that 80%, please hear what percentage? 80% of businesses in 2020, when the pandemic started, they lost, and this was across 32 countries, they lost 50% of their revenue because of COVID, because they were not online. So digital places that you can use to go very quickly in the online space. If you don't even want to set up your own shop online, which I don't think you should not, everybody should have their own shop first. And I will explain some things because something just came to my mind. See, if you are in your country, have a shop that you can use to sell to the people in your country, both online. If you can afford a physical one, go for it. If you can't, stay online and grow it. But Jumia, Alibaba, all those ones, they are good for you to be able to expand your business. Like I told you, I did Jumia when it started, and I was selling to people I had never met in my life, and they would never come to my shop. Okay? Those of you in Kenya, M-Pesa has made your life easy. Put M-Pesa on your platform for your local customers. Don't not include digital payments into your website, please. InterSwitch is not the only one. You can also use PAPS. You can use PAPS. If you want to integrate PAPS, you have to go to your local bank and ask them that, do they have PAPS? You must go to your bank. It is important. Next slide. All right, so those are some of the things that you have to do. Now, this is where you need to write, because I'm going to put some things in this presentation that is not here. When they started this agreement that, let's now be, trading without problems, all of those things, a lot of people thought it wouldn't work, but I'm happy to tell you, I will show you some women, they are milking this agreement. Some from Kenya, some from Rwanda, they are doing amazing. So you don't have any excuse. So don't join the wagon that they're saying is not working, is a lie. But the first thing you must do if you want to sell outside of your country today, you must understand your target market and do what I call a market mapping. That's what we call it, market mapping. What that means is you must find out, and I tell people this, there are two things you must do. You either sell what you have or you sell what the market wants. I'll say it again. You either sell what you have or you sell what the market wants if you have access to it.
You can even put more than one person.
Somebody is muted.
Are you getting
Unmuted.
that? Who is the guy that is serving you?
Okay. Thank you. Now, how do you do this research? When you have something, let me use a perfect example of what I had then. I had fantastic designs. I used to make things like this on my head. I used to make clothes and all of that. But what did it mean? It meant that I needed access to fabric, and fabric in Lagos Island was very expensive, even then. So I can't even imagine it now. This was 8 years ago. So I used to go to Togo because Togo was way cheaper for me to get fabric. So when I got that, I started making outfits, and I want to show you how easy it is. Do you know that our boo-boo today as Nigerians that we make, if you take it to Uganda, if you know how they love what we wear as Nigerians, there's no cap. It's a real thing. They love our fashion. Even non-Nigerians love our fashion. So if you're in the fashion entrepreneurship space, I'm telling you, you're in a good market. But let me also warn you, on another leg, Nigerian fashion can be souvenir fashion. Souvenir fashion means they only wear it once in a while. So what do? You conduct research and say to yourself, which countries love and want to import my fashion? Interestingly, it may not be Nigeria. It may not be Africa that will be your first. You may find out that Europeans or Americans, Black Americans, or those who are non-Nigerians, I keep saying Nigerians, sorry, non-Africans want to wear it. But you have to do that research. There is a tool that I use. I don't give it for free, but for you guys today, I'm going to dish it out. I'm like, you know what? I want them to prosper. It is called export.intrasend.org. It's on your screen. You're going to get this slide so you can feast on these things. I'm not going to go just by the slides now because I really want to touch on so many things. On that page, it has countries and products. So you can go to it. Maybe you are looking at exporting to Malawi, for example, right? Or even Zambia, because Zambia, they really import a lot of things. If you take Zambia on that website, it will show you all the things they import. So maybe you are seeing rubber, for example, just as you are seeing wood. Maybe you are seeing chemicals. Maybe you are seeing, all these different things. If you don't have access to it, do you know that it's not for you to go and now be saying you want to import those things? But on the other side, remember what I said, that what about if I have fashion? Does fashion sell in Malawi? If it's not their top 10, top 20, forget about it. Can you see the match? I hope you are getting the point. You can either go by the top things that country imports, or you look at the things that you have that are exportable and which country. That is the first way to go global. First of all, in your head, have a plan. I've seen people suffer. I'm one of them. I suffered because I got my first inquiry. How many of you have had an inquiry from out of your country and you were happy, like, oh my God, somebody from France, they want my product. Calm down, my sister. Let's tell her, calm down. That interest is only good for you to know that there is interest. You don't yet have a market. Don't go and now start saying, you want to, the person will say, can you supply us 20 pallets of shea butter? Kiniko, you say, yes, we can do it. And I'm not even arguing that you can't do it. But export is a plan. It is a plan. I have failed in it. I know. I can tell you. The reason I failed was because I did not have a plan. When I got back up again, which was like some 4 years ago, you can't even swindle me. It's not possible. First, I'm a Nigerian, so you can't swindle me. Hello. Are you getting my point? So when you've done that research, you understand the market, and you are like, okay, I'm going to export what I have. The countries that want what I want are 1, 2, 3. Good. Then the next thing, you now say to yourself, what are their import regulation? You can see it is not on the slide. And I did put it because I want some of you to pay attention. Import regulation now determines how you can import, what you will import based on this product. If you must decide all these things, and it's not an export workshop, so I can't go into all the nitty-gritty, but I want you to even first do that market mapping so you know. The next thing you will now do is do training, export training.
Hello, sorry, just to confirm, can we all hear her, or is she also frozen from your end? Okay, frozen. Okay. Okay, then it's her network. Let's just give her some time to come back on. While she's coming on, please, if you have questions, kindly use the Q&A icon to drop your questions, as questions will be taken after she's done with her presentation. So please avoid putting questions in the chat box. Let's just give her a few minutes few minutes for her to come back on. I believe this session so far has been an eye-opener, has been quite impactful. So far, we have not even gone deep into the conversation, and a lot has been learned. So kindly drop your questions in the Q&A session using the Q&A icon. Avoid having your questions in the comment or chat box. So let's give her a few minutes for her to come back on. So while we wait for her, kindly share in the chat box what you have taken note so far, what you have noted so far. I have also learned a lot. At least, oh yes, she is the greatest of all times. Yes. So kindly share in the chat box what you have learned so far. So you write your question using the Q&A icon. So if you look below where the dashboard, where you have chat, react, you also see Q&A. So click on it and then you see another box that gives you the opportunity. Oh, she's back on. Welcome back.
I'm so sorry. It was all right. What you heard last, but what did you hear last? Okay, that I was saying that export is a plan, right? Now, do you know that? And I'll tell you why I'm so happy to be able to share this with you years later. When I was starting out, I just went blindly. I carried, those of us now that we like to do informal export, which is you carry load in your box and you say you're sending it. That's not export, that's informal exporting, right? So I remember vividly, this was 2017. And if you go on our page, you still see there. I did a country tour. I was happy to tell people I'm doing a country tour. I'm going to Australia. I went to Australia. I went to US. I went to UK. I went to Germany. I went to some other countries. And literally, by the time I went to Australia, imagine, God, what I could have done online. What I could have done. I'm telling you the importance of starting with a plan. Because if you go into it with passion, you will waste money. But luckily for me, when I went to Australia, I took all our goods, I took all the fabrics that we were, not fabrics, sorry, finished goods like clothes, dresses, men's wear, women's wear, children's wear. Thank God, it was God that just said, let me have mercy on this girl, because if she doesn't make a sale, she might lose it. I just saw an African store, because how I did it then, God, I suffered. You don't need to suffer, ladies. Please just use your digital tools. I'm telling you. I went into the store. I saw that it was an African store. And I told the lady, I said, hi, I know you may have had a bad experience with African retailers. I'm not one of them. I promise you we deliver on quality, price, and something, something, something. Literally, she said to me, why should I trust you? So I brought out my iPad and now showed her all the design. I showed her my manufacturing process, my different things, because I had a lot of manufacturers then and all of that. So she was like, okay, I'll give you a try. I'll give you a try. If you disappoint me, you're just making Nigerians look bad. I said, I will not, I promise. I was desperate to make a sale because I knew what I had was good. That's how she ordered, the people of Impact Her and co. $10,000 is what she ordered that first time. And I did not let her down. All right. So now I'm just trying to tell you that I could have shortened that whole procedure by doing my research. I could have even maybe reached out to her via WhatsApp or whatever. Okay. But what I'm giving you here is, please, when you're looking at your export plan, when you finish your market mapping, you look at your logistics. That's number 2. I always tell people that logistics thing around the world is a problem. It's not just in Nigeria or in West Africa. It is all around the world. Your logistics partner is your second most important partner. Your third one is your finance. How many of you know that? Okay, you may not know, but let me tell you, exporting is not cheap. Oh, It is not cheap. It's not for the weak-minded. So what you do is you have your export financing companies that help you. And I'm happy to announce that I'm able to get anybody on this call up to $100,000 in finance. You know, IgniteHER, what you guys are doing, I'm glad I stayed for that 1 hour because I wasn't sure if I was going to give it to your audience, but with the energy, with their seriousness, I'm like, okay, these guys look like they would need this sort of instrument. And it is zero, I promise you, zero, nothing comes to me. I'm just here to create the pipeline, okay? Now, the reason why export finance is important is this. Let me tell you a bit about how, and I'm hoping this is practical. Guys, is this practical enough? I'm not even sure because I've left my notes because I realized my notes are too technical. That's why I'm going the practical way. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So now you will get an order, maybe from France. Let me keep going with France, right? They'll tell you that, please, we want you to supply us 4 containers of your shoes, your bags, and you'll be excited until you see $320,000. Do they want you to sell your kidney, as they say in Nigeria? Do they want you to sell your liver? What is the problem? Where will you get 320,000 US dollars from? You that are still managing yourself. The issue with exporting is it is not cheap. So what the export finance will do for you is they will give you what we call a stopgap finance, which is they will give you the money to be able to do the order and deliver to your client. And then that waiting period before your client gives you back your money, which usually is like 45 days or 60 days, they will now give you that money to hold that transaction. I have seen people lose transaction. Even I've lost transactions, even this year, because of money. Don't start exporting without having a financing gap. There are like 4 companies I can recommend. Listen to me. It's a recommendation. I don't have a favorite. You are the one that will choose based on your appetite what you can actually take. Are you getting my point? Now, the first thing, when you've looked at your market mapping, your logistics partner, your export finance, number 4 is insurance. Hey, please, I wish somebody told me this when I started. Because do you know that some suppliers will not pay you? I hope you know this. That's why you can't jump into export. Don't jump. Do you know that there are some suppliers that can tell when somebody is new? They will now use that to exploit you. Are you getting my point? Don't be a victim. Woman, please don't be gullible. Don't let, because they told you they are from America or China, they want your product. Don't let that, make you excited. Calm down and realize that you are in business. It's a transaction. Something must leave their table and your table. So don't let it be that they only want you to, send your product, then they will now send your money. Do I look like I was born yesterday? You say, no, we don't operate like that in our own business. Don't release your goods until you are paid, or at least you have a letter of credit, okay? Right, next slide, let's move. Let's move. Okay, as I said already, look for the people that have, demand for your product. Then another thing that is important because of this AFCFTA is you will have to know who your competitors are. And I'll tell you why that is important. Sometimes it affects what prices you can, offer. Don't go and call a price that doesn't make sense. And I'll give you a very good, example. 3 years ago now, I was in a transaction for sunflower oil. Is it canola oil? Which other oil did they? They wanted a few oils that they use for manufacturing some products, right? I think some were cosmetics and some other things. And they wanted it in tons. The transaction was running up to over $800,000. Now, that transaction did not go through. Do you know why? Because we were not competitive. You may have a good product, but if you're not competitive, it will affect your ability to export. So part of it also is understand the market locally and then the demand price for it internationally. So you as the seller, you are bargaining based on international demand price, not local price. How many of you know that when you import a shoe and the one that was made locally, there are two different prices? So don't be too concerned on the local price, but don't let it be too far from it, because obviously nobody wants to, pay for something that's too much. Now, another thing is this. How would they find you? I think that I left that one out. When you want to export, think of how will people know I actually am in this business? It's a very key thing. I see people, guys, one of the things that I enjoy is seeing people that have good things and helping them sell it. And I did that for years. I'm saying like years. But what I realized is that most small businesses, they are not visible. They are not visible. When you are not visible, how do you want people to do business with you? So that's why you have to go on platforms. At least you must be on 4 to 5. Within the next 6 months, target it that, you know what, I will put my business on other platforms. It's like people selling for you. You're not the one selling. Please, don't be the one that is doing all the selling. You will never go global doing that. But when you put your products in other people's supermarkets, in other people's businesses, and these things require time. We don't blow in export overnight, too. That's not how export is. That you will blow is true, but not overnight. Another thing that you will need to do under conducting your market research is, like I said, use all these tools. It is key. Next slide, please. I just spoke about the pricing. Understand the local one. Are you going to use cost-based one where all the costs involved, whether it's shipping, it's taxes, everything, you put it all together, then you put a price on it? Or are you going to do it based on people think that this price is what it should be? It's up to you. But remember, for some of you who are in countries that you are pegged against the dollar, once that dollar is doing like this, your currency too will be doing like that. For some of you, it's that your currency has no value. I won't mention the country not themselves. No value. It's just devaluing anyhow. Don't laugh too much. They will know it's us. Hello. They will know. Don't laugh. Abiola was funny now. Was funny. Now, wow. Anyway, so competitive pricing, that's also very key when you start. Be competitive. Now, how do you go to market? This one, I love it. Olori, how do I go to market? It is simple. There's what we call direct exporting. Direct exporting talks about you yourself taking that product and taking it into the market, and then you are now selling it yourself there. Partnership with local distributors means that, I don't know if some of you have seen some Instagram sellers who they tell you that, oh, I'm happy to announce to you our fish, our what do you call it, our whatever, like spices are now available in London. What that person has done is they have partnered with a local distributor in London. Some of you can do that. You can do a flyer calling for distributors. If your product is very good, you will find. I got so many distributors that year. This was 2017, like I said. 2016, 2017. I got so many people saying, oh, Lori, I want to be a distributor for your product. Please, I want to be and we made money, pounds, dollars. Other ways you can do it is franchising, where you own. So for example, let me see a good example here. If you're in food business and the country you are in, they have a very good company that does really well, right? And let's say this company is one of the best. You can approach them and say, can we, buy the franchise? It will not be cheap, I can tell you that. But the difference is this. The pro is you already have an established brand, but the con is that it's not cheap. Are you getting my point? And the control is a bit restrictive in what you can do. The cheapest one that I can tell you that may cost you not too much is online platforms and e-commerce. That is why IgniteHER is saying, please get a website because it's cheap. Your logistics partner, plug them into your website so that people can see the price of what they are buying, you know, and then things like your packaging and things, have all of that ready. You would need grants to do some of the things I'm saying. And that's why I'm so glad that IgniteHER is giving you free things. You need them as women entrepreneurs because it's not a plain level, it's not a level playing field for us. I promise you it's not. Then let me leave joint ventures because that's for like you know, companies that are a bit bigger. Now, for those of you in service industry, if you're in the service industry, say we are here. So those of you that are in maybe some kind of financial services, you offer business support services, you know, those of you, maybe you're a lawyer, fantastic, gracious, nice to see you, Maureen, Esther, I love it, Nancy, you're welcome. Don't think you are left alone, because I know a lot of times when you hear export, you are thinking it's only product. No, my sisters, you can export your services today. I'm telling you, yours, I think, is even easier because there are not as many regulations on tariffs and duty and all those things, right? Here is your slide. Screenshot it, shot it, screen, whatever, but this is your slide. I have people that work for me in my businesses in the UK from Nigeria. I have people that work for me from, and even one of them is an accountant. Thank you, Connie. Hi, Connie. You know, the people that work for me that are in the roles that I need, I have an accountant from abroad. I have an administrator, front desk person. What else do we have from abroad? We have even my finance director is not local. And all these people, we're just paying them, you know, we're paying them like as if they are with us in the actual building. Because of time, I will tell you the one to focus on as a business owner. Please try to think of consumption abroad. Consumption abroad. That just means that you are somebody who is like, you know, like Connie now. Connie is an accountant, and Connie is offering her accountancy services to people in Uganda. And guess what? There are tons of people that need it. But how are you marketing? I hope they've done a marketing class for you because you will need it to be a service person. Your LinkedIn profile should be cha-cha-cha. Look at Judith, wonderful, a translator, interpreter. Do you know how many online webinars are happening and they need somebody to translate? But where would they find you? Where would they find you? Your LinkedIn profile must be popping. You must be selling that thing like any man's business. Enter people's DM on LinkedIn. Hi, my name is Connie. I'm an accountant professional from South Africa. We offer the following services at fantastic rates. We're happy to discuss at your earliest convenience. If you send it to 20 people, one person will reply. Okay? Fantastic. Corporate PR. My PR company is in another country that my business is operating from. I'm telling you. Guess what? Let me tell you the reason why I use people from cross-border. They are cheaper in the long run. They are cheaper for me because my businesses are in the UK, right? I'm here in Nigeria. I can't always employ somebody from the UK because what somebody that will offer a PR service for me will quote in Naira, it will always be cheaper than what I will pay in pounds. Yes or yes? So please, if you're in services, I am begging you, this is your time to milk money. Milk it. So it's like, I tell people that are in services, you are so much easier to export than products. I'm just telling you from this side of town. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Now, as I've said to you already, that please consider your financing. Those of you in services, can you see that you don't even need financing like that because they are paying you like on a retainer. They are paying you a retainer, or they are paying you salary, or they are paying you based on, see now, let me even, Chinwe, I love that you said this, right? I have an event, one of my companies is in hospitality. Do you know that we hired 3 people from Nigeria to be servicing our company in the UK in the event space? And they earned in Naira. and they have never been to London before. But what we require is a service. It's not for them to set up anything. But that aside. Now, let me say this categorically, because you will need to know this. Some of you that they are taking to trade fairs, be careful. Be careful. There's what we call intellectual property. Intellectual property talks about something that is yours, that you created. It is from your intellect. It is from your mind. Then you now produced it. Are you getting what I'm saying? You produced it, and then you now took it to a fair. I'm telling you what has happened in real life. Women, you sell yourself cheap with this intellectual property thing. If you're an IP lawyer here, you understand what I'm talking about. People have been like, I would say, exploiting women business owners because for them, they just want to sell. But meanwhile, they're selling their IP. Your intellectual property, don't sell yourself short. Those trade fairs, except you have trademarked or patented that idea, please don't release it at a trade fair. It's too risky for you. Remember that the people at trade fairs, they have more money by far. These are big manufacturers. They come, you show them, maybe this is your design, right? You show them, you say, oh, we crafted it. You are just there talking or selling your product. Oh, we crafted it by hand and da, da, da. The guy is looking at it and saying, we can use laser cuts. What is it using by hand? And they will mass produce. And in a moment, what you use 10 hours to create, they'll create it in 15 minutes with a machine. Look at that. So please, make sure when you go to trade fairs, because that's another way to enter another market, through trade fairs. It is true. I've done it before. In 2018, I went to Magic and I sold my product, my fashion product. It sold. I thank God then I didn't have any IP as such, but I realized that so many women there, they didn't know anything. They didn't know about those things. I'm just chipping that in because it's a critical issue for women entrepreneurs. I've mentioned insurance already, and you would need that for some people that don't pay. Please don't cry. I cried I had my son in 2015. So I cried in 2015. I supplied 1,000 pieces of shapewear to a particular client in Ghana. Till today, I'm still expecting my money. All right. How do you find buyers? How many people want to know how to find buyers? Or even to an extent, for those who need your services. All right, let's go, Ruth. Let's go. Masalo. First things first, as all of you have said, me. I hope me is a part of a chambers of commerce. You must be part of a chambers of commerce. Olori, which one is chambers of commerce? That is where countries go to place their orders. They may not always come to you because you are very small. The problem with going solo to anybody to sell your product is they may not believe you. But if you are a part of a chambers of commerce, there is credibility. Can you see the difference? How do you join a chambers of commerce? There are many. There's Lagos Chambers of Commerce, Abuja Chambers of Commerce, there's Kenya Chambers of Commerce, there's South Africa Chambers of Commerce. Under that Chambers of Commerce, there is an export, no, I won't say there's typically an export subgroup, because Chambers of Commerce is an umbrella. They would now have, yes, I lived in Liberia, Ruth, actually for 2 years. So I know the Chambers of Commerce there needs a bit of work, but there are other ways, and I'll get to that. Look for the export group under the Chambers of Commerce. They welcome you, and all of that. Madam, you're welcome to Chambers of Commerce. Say, please, I need the export group. That's where I'm going. All this farming is not necessary. Just show me the money. All right. Then you get there, you make sure the director of the Chambers of Commerce, they know you. They must know you. Tell them, sir, ma, I'm here to fly. And I'm going to need this, I need this Chambers of Commerce. How do you join Nigeria Chambers of Commerce? Go on Google. Google is your best friend. Look for your country's Chambers of Commerce. St. Lucia will have one, all the other countries that are on the call, everybody has a Chambers of Commerce. I'm joining one by next week. It's actually, you see now, we have the Women Chamber of Commerce on the call. Beautiful. I love that. Nice to meet you, madam. I'm joining one. It's called the Pan-African Chambers of Commerce because that's where my level is now. So I'm going to that. All right. I love you too, Karimot. Now, another way to join, another way to find buyers. This one, be careful, but it's a sure way. Trade Key. Now, Trade Key is like a global platform that people buy and sell. There is the paid one. There is the unpaid one. Of course, people that are paid will find a lot more traction. There's silver level, gold level, and all of that. Trade Key, or is it Trade My Key, or is it Trade Key? Can someone on Impact App please help me check? But it's an online marketplace. But remember, don't go and fall for them. Don't let, because they said they're interested in 20 tons. When they say those things, specification. Okay. Another way you can get buyers is on Facebook. Thank you, Unique. It's Trade Key. Another way is through Facebook. Interestingly, there are many things on Facebook Marketplace. Many things that if you want to sell, now let me tell you the best way to use Facebook Marketplace. Let's say you are in England. I was born and raised in England, so I know people trust marketplaces because they assume, it's an assumption, it's not true, that you are like them, that you want to buy, you want to sell, right? But it's an assumption. The only good thing with those marketplaces, for those of you who are in Europe, and there may be just one or two people here, Facebook Marketplace, that is what they like using. In Nigeria, should I tell you what they use in Nigeria? Connection. That's why I'm telling you, join chambers. Join the embassy. Do you know that you can walk? I'm telling you, if you're a Nigerian on this call, and maybe Ghana, those in West Africa, so those of you, Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, and all of that, please hear me. Walk to the embassy of some of these places, Netherlands, all the Nordic countries. Nordic countries, they are constantly looking for things to import. Don't think you are too small. Now, let me say this. In export, we cut our coats according to our size. It's not according to fabric. This one is not a grace is my story. This is, if all you can supply is 20 pieces, stay with 20 pieces. Don't let, because somebody said, we want 200,000, your mind just went, you calculated. No. Capacity is one of the things I tell people. Productivity, capacity will determine who will buy from you. All right. Please, there is a particular, thank you, Unique, according to your measurements. I love that. Now, I want to talk about this one really quickly because people are also migrating quite a lot. I'm coming. Let me see how I can do this. I want to see how I can explain this to people who are moving. If you know you are moving anytime soon, or you just moved to a new country, on the continent and all of that, one of the things you can actually start to do is to start physically in that country using, your home and all those things. Please, it's very critical. If you are moving, you don't need to stop your business because you are moving. All right. I notice women tend to just fall off the wagon because they moved countries. Why? Don't set up. Export is a long-term game. I've said this already. All right. Ruth, don't worry. We'll talk about that another time. So one of the things that saved my business when I was in export then is there was a young lady in Turkey, I believe. Yeah, she was in Turkey. This lady was the one that used to supply me. So I never needed to really travel to go and buy anything because, buyers, when people hear that they have an order, they get happy. Ma, can you fulfill the order? Part of your export plan must take you back to supply chain. Supply chain talks about how you will get the raw materials to make that thing, turn it into a finished good, move it so that it is transported to where it will be shipped. That is your supply chain. If you don't have control over those things, my sister, please don't enter it yet. you will owe money and you will spoil your reputation. Please, let it be that if you can't travel all the time, maybe to China, to Ghana, get a good agent. That agent is the one that will now supply you your goods. But like I said, keyword, good agent, they can still swindle you. So you have to be very careful. Next slide. Let's wrap up because I've used about an hour. Good, we're almost there. Now, remember I told you that there were some women right now that are doing wonderful. This is Bethlehem from Ethiopia. Guess what she's selling? Shoes. But I'm very sure on the past classes you've had, they've taught you that, maybe not like this, but let me please, permit me to say it this way, all now packaging. Now, see what Bethlehem said, that it's a global eco-friendly shoe brand. She's still selling shoe, no be so. But she has packaged it in a way that when investors hear that they are looking for, brands that are eco-friendly, sustainable, all those keywords, it is so rebels. So I'm saying this because some of you are not positioning your business for global investments. Some people, they will send me Gary. There was a time I had a storage of women's products because, of course, the things that I do, I meet with over 100,000 women a year. Every year, I'm in contact with 100,000 or more. And I will see product, I'll be like, God, what is this? Very basic. This woman is selling shoes. Now, she's in 30 countries worldwide. 30. Is shoe she's selling. Next slide. Let's see who else we can learn from. This is a lady from Senegal, Magate Wade. She's a skincare. Now, look at her own description too. A luxury skin brand inspired by Senegalese traditions. It is still probably cream that it will cream your body. But she has packaged it in a good way. And guess what she used? And I love her own story. And you can go and read these stories later so you can be gingered. It is still a skincare brand, but she used e-commerce. All right. Now, if you're looking for partnership, global partnerships, you're looking for global funding, grants, and all those things, this is the language of those that give the money. They don't come to you because they were a skincare brand that specializes in you have to sell it in a good way. Next slide. There's Winnie, right? She's a fashion brand. She expanded into other countries because she joined the She Trades initiative. And I'm sure that IgniteHER will have something that they're doing that is similar to that. You cannot not be part of the women that are in exports. Because again, I say this to people that you have to be part of those who are moving somewhere. Don't sit down in your country and say, I want to export. No, join the export wagon. There's an export wagon everywhere. You have to choose which one you want to belong to. And I'm very sure IgniteHER will have something for you guys. Next slide. Good. Now, I want to tell you where some monies are because it would be very bad of me not to tell you where they are. Some of it is on, okay. Guys, stay with me for a second. You may not be able to apply for it, but IgniteHER can apply for it on your behalf and then distribute it to you guys. People of IgniteHER webinar now, can you pray for the IgniteHER team that they will take up this sojourn on your behalf? Psych them, give them dinner, lunch, and all of it, and tell them they are the wonderfulest people. Because AFDB will not give Oloriboye Ajayi money separate, but they will give IgniteHER because IgniteHER is impacting thousands of women across the continent. IgniteHER, we love you. Thank you in advance, right? And they have this funding for specific sectors like agriculture. They have for manufacturing, I believe. They have for, I think they have for digital as in e-commerce as well. I want to be sure. But AFDB has a lot of funding. ITC, they have In fact, they just signed another one with a UAE country. I can't remember which one, but they just signed another one recently. You know, access that money. The financial support that women entrepreneurs need is not small. Please, IgniteHER, we love you, and you will not be tired of us as women. All right. UNCTAD too has some trainings that I know, just like the way they partnered with the African Union, IgniteHER can take you guys on a journey of your life. I promise you, but you can't go solo. There are some fundings they will not give you because you've come as an individual. So forget about it. Now, for local funding, I will tell you one bank in my country. I don't know about some other places, and I'm sorry. I'm sure the other speakers may have covered some things, but UBA, if you are in any country that has a UBA has signed $6 billion to help entrepreneurs be able to, I would say, engage in the AFCFTA. Can you see why you need to be a part? Don't leave your business out. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to the far right. Like I said already, you need an export expansion plan. It's not the same as a business plan. I know some of you have a business plan, but a business plan is different from an export plan. Please don't forget that. Attend trade fairs and networking events. Again, the International Trade Fair, Intra-Africa Trade Fair, I beg your pardon, 2025 is coming up next year. I'm going to be there. That fair changed my life in 2018. What year was that? I can't remember, but they do it every 2 years, right? Another way for you to plug into this trade fair, if you don't want to go alone, like I said, go with people and follow those who know road. IgniteHER again can still apply from the IATF, because IATF is run by Afro-Exim Bank, right? Afro-Exim Bank is our bank for export and import on the continent. They're the largest trade finance institution. If you write to Afro-Exim Bank and you tell them that you want to bring a delegate of IgniteHER export-ready women, and that is going to be a whole conversation with you guys internally, but you tell them that, you know, we want to bring 25 women who we believe are very well-positioned to exhibit and also showcase African women entrepreneurs. They will give you a space. And if they don't, let me know. Okay. Ladies, follow up with this. Networking events, I mean, you've heard this on different platforms. Women, I know we go for a lot of webinars and all of that. We're constantly learning and learning and learning. God help us. But, you know, it's time to use what you are hearing. It is really time. And it's up to you. Like I started with, I told you that I've taught this thing tons and tons of times. And I tell you that those that stay with it, they are not more than 10%. Do you know why? They are tired when they get halfway. I'm telling you, to do this, to go beyond borders is not for children, but you can do it. You can. The men that are doing it and sending palm oil to Malaysia and all those places, do they have two heads? No. Don't fall off the wagon. Be resilient. Next slide, please. In conclusion, I'm saying this to you because I strongly believe for people that are in services, I just want to go back. I remembered something. For those of you in services, YouTube is a leveler now for creatives. YouTube is a leveler for creatives. If you're in a short film, maybe you're a producer, maybe you're in, I don't know, maybe you're a teacher of something. Maybe you teach, I don't know, but let's just assume you have a program and you teach it on YouTube. Do you know how you can monetize that? Do you know you can monetize that? Have you guys not noticed that if you go on YouTube now, the amount of Nollywood people, everybody, Kiki TV, Bimbo Ademoye TV, everybody TV, better go and start your own and start selling your courses and using YouTube to make money. That's how they are making money now. They are not waiting for anybody to come and start new movie, okay? So, next slide. All right, next slide. We'll take our handover back to the team when that is done. All right. So these are my details. With these few words of mine, I hope I have been able to convince you that taking your business beyond borders is not a question of if, but when. Thank you for your attention. These are my details. I am very social. Oloriboye Ajayi on social media, and I look forward to your stories. It is going to be critical that you get very serious, get in the game. I'm rooting for you. IgniteHER, the work you guys are doing, it is a needed intervention at a critical time for women entrepreneurs. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lori. Asha will give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Women, let us applaud her. Give your reactions. Wonderful presentation. In fact, we have more than 60 questions here, and I don't know how we are going to do it, but it's really impactful. In fact, cross-border things on my mind. I'm thinking of going into exporting as well. So we'll quickly go to the questions. I hope we are going to also answer a few. Someone says, okay, sorry, let me just quickly run through them. So someone says, okay, I didn't get that. So how do we know the products that are top 10 in a country and what is needed in a country?
Good. So on export.intrasend, that maybe the team can post it again. Maybe that person didn't join us on time. That website is what we call a market mapping tool. So you don't need to bust your brain. They've already accumulated that data on that site. There is another one, but it's skipped in my mind for the life of me. But please, let me write one in the panelists chat. Then the team can help me put it on the main group. There's a website you must actually go on. If you love yourself this evening, just take tea and biscuits, no Netflix, and go on this website and have a fun-filled day by looking at all the things they've made easy for you. You won't even believe it. You won't believe. The buyers are there. The sellers are there. If you're not on this website, I'm just pitying you. So that data you are asking for, the imports, like how do you know what a country imports is there? If you want to know the price, I think they do price. They teach you about pricing as well. Let me just drop that quickly for the panel group. Please confirm receipts. Oh, no, sorry. I pasted the wrong one. Sorry, please pardon me. Where are we? You can ask the other question while I'm doing that.
Okay, so someone says, Doctor said something about asking our banks for apps.
Yes, from banks.
Yes.
Yes.
So
perhaps you just go to your local bank, whoever you bank with, you know, they would, I mean, PAP is not with every bank, but I know you would just need to go to your local bank, or I may be able to suggest, if you go on the ATG website, it's the Africa Trade Gateway. Africa Trade Gateway may list the banks continentally, if you get what I mean, because the one I know is for Nigeria. So I know Access Bank is there, Zenith Bank is there, UBA, but I can't say for other countries. Are you getting my point? So that would be key.
Asking, how do you protect your intellectual property at trade fairs?
Good. First of all, you need an IP lawyer. Get an IP lawyer. They are not expensive, and all of that. IP lawyers, I mean, maybe go on Google or go on Insta. You might find some webinars. What I do typically, when I don't know who to go with on something, I attend a webinar concerning it. Then I listen to the names people drop. Are you getting me? Because there's always somebody that is good at that thing and they drop the names and say, oh, contact this person or call that person. So the IP lawyer, you tell them that, look, I have this product, we make it with this and this, and we want to protect and trademark. Like borderless trade now is trademarked because it was my own. I know I came up with it, and I knew that there will be a time in Africa that borderless trade will be a thing. People that wanted to buy it have come to say, can we buy it? Because it's trademarked. you know. So, okay, good. Umfats is saying in Malawi, Standard Bank and PAPS are together. Thank you for that information.
Okay, can I go on to the next question?
Please.
Okay, so someone says, is there a particular stage your business needs to get to before you start exporting, or you can move from the very start?
It's a good question, a very, very solid one. That question, let me rephrase it a bit. I think what you're trying to say is, when can I export? You can export when you have a plan. So what I would strongly suggest first is, if all you have capacity for is 20 bags per month, there'll be somebody that wants to export it. But the question is, do you think you are ready based on the different things I mentioned? Logistics. Do you have a good logistics partner? Do you have a good financing option that can help you? Please don't let me forget to, I said I was going to give you guys some partners for the finance. There's one called Money. There's another one. Please go ahead, I'm with you.
Okay, so I can go ahead with the questions. Are you done answering that?
Yes, so what you need is that plan. That's what I'm trying to say. So what that person is trying to say is that, can I start if I have 20 products or just one product? That's not the question. The question is, can you transfer those products when they are needed? And that, can you grow when they ask you to produce 100 of it? Are you able to? Are you getting my point? And then little things like, are you able to collect your money? Don't go and tie your money down. When they now get to payment, they'll say, oh, how are we going to send you the money? You two, you don't know. You're like, I don't know. Can't you transfer it to me? They'll be like, what bank? You say Access Bank. They say, what's that? Are you getting my point? So you can go at any time, but have your ducks in a row before you fly.
So another person is asking, how can I source for good agents? Because I have been scammed severally.
Okay, I'm putting another, see, that's the issue. It will be so biased to Nigeria. So let me say this, that another way to do it, if you're looking for agents you're talking about for logistics, is that correct?
Yes.
Or am I? Okay. So for logistics partners, I would honestly go with some that are popular, because businesses like DHL, they actually have a women's package. Some of you may not know. They actually have a package for women, and I'm sure Impactor can invite them to come and talk about it some more, you know, but DHL, they have specific for women, so that, I don't know how many of you have ever told somebody that wanted to buy something from you and the cost of shipping was higher than the product. And the person is like, how do you want me to pay for something that is higher than, you know, and that thing can be very frustrating. But there are different packages that you can get from DHL. And there's another one, FedEx too has, but I don't know if FedEx has something for women, but I know they have for entrepreneurs. You can also use, if you're in Nigeria, XPT Logistics. I can vouch for those ones. Then yeah, so Isatu says she's on the DHL program. Fantastic. Fantastic. Good.
So before we end this session, basically some of the questions are intertwined, so your responses have answered some.
Okay.
So we'd like to take few live questions. So I would want to, so if you know you have questions to ask, kindly raise your hand. Okay, so Stella, can you please unmute and ask your question? Stella, are you still on the call? Okay, I think she's not. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me grant you. Okay, so please unmute and speak. Please be fast with asking your question. Thank you. Stella?
My question is, I'm a PR and marketing personnel. How do I go international?
Okay. Stella, thank you for the question. Two things I would say. There is going to be a marketing professionals summit conference that will happen in another part of the world, do everything you can to go. I said this because my first fair, I remember it like yesterday, I did not have the money. The ticket then was 329,000 or something like that. I found the money and I went. It changed my life. If you wait for people to come to you, you're going to wait a long time if you don't have a good visibility program. But if you go out there, you sell yourself in that conference, that summit, that exhibition, take your product, you go up there, you set up shop, that is how you sell yourself and your services. If you can't do that, then you also then have an online option of saying, I will go and approach 60 corporates within the region. If you're in West, East, North, or South Africa, outline the top, middle, maybe don't go too high, because those who are in higher bands of corporate, they already have existing marketing agencies. But if you want to start small, start with SMEs in the region you are in. Introduce yourself, get into their DMs, send their MDs an email. This is what we offer. This is a bundle we are doing for SMEs, a promo that we're offering, Do a video. How come I've never seen your face, Stella, on Instagram? I must be able to see Stella telling me, hi, my name is Stella. I'm the MD of marketing. And guess what? If I Google you today, what will we see? As an SME, you can't afford not to be seen. Sell the market. Are you getting my point? Don't keep quiet and think we will find you out just like that. So if you use online approach and physical approach, I'm sure you'll get the traction you need.
Thank you. So next, I'll have Sakina. So please unmute and speak. Please be fast with your questions, Sakina.
Hello, good afternoon, ma.
Hi,
Good afternoon,
Sakina. Hi.
Hi. I'm glad to be here and I'm happy. Today my voice will be heard. My question is, earlier on you said we can start with SME. When you've already registered as a company, let's say limited liability, can you still go back and be with the SME?
Please repeat the last part of her question, Deborah.
Or should I repeat it myself?
Okay, go ahead, please, because I don't know if it was your network.
And earlier on you said that one can be an SME. When
Yes.
you're already registered, maybe as with a limited liability company,
Yes.
can you still be an SME?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can.
That's my question.
Okay. Thank you, Sakina.
I'll quickly have Tessie. So Tessie, quickly your question. I think we'll take 2 more before we go on this. Tessie, kindly unmute and ask your question. Tessie, are you still on the call? While we wait on her, Ayomide, kindly unmute and speak. Ayomide, are you still on the call? Okay. I will take Isatu. Please unmute and ask a question. Isatu, are you still on the call?
Yes, I'm on the call, but I didn't want to ask a question. Maybe I mistakenly raised my hand.
Okay. So Nancy, do you have a question? Kindly unmute and speak. Nancy? Okay. Who else? Okay.
Deborah, can I just answer? There's something else I want to add for Stella as a marketing professional and anybody really in services. So recently, there's been a very huge interest in Africa as a continent, particularly in some industries, creative, tech, and all those kind of things. And what's happening is that a lot of the big companies from the West are now looking for presence on the continent. what you can do is be proactive and write to some of them to say when or if they're interested in looking at covering the African market, they can partner with you. So what that means is this. Maybe you reach out to a marketing agency in, let's say, the UK, right? And the company, how do I explain this? It's in my head. Let's say, let me see which country is trying to come into Nigeria. Toyota, right? Toyota, for example. And Toyota now wants to set up more operations in the manufacturing space and things like that. You can write to whoever, and I don't know how your own cluster works, but marketing professionals have like a cluster or like a group. You can write to the group and say, look, we are based in Africa. Anybody who wants to come or bring their clients into the market, we can partner with you to be able to do that. I hope I'm making sense, Stella. You would get what I'm trying to say, you know. With the, okay. I hope that made I hope that made sense, Stella, if she's still on the call. Okay. So that's what I would do. My friend did it with Wakanda. Her name is Lizzie. Liz, you know, I mean, I know her, so I can say that, yeah. She partnered with Disney. She partnered with Disney, and then Disney wanted to come into Africa to do their launch. You know, they did a launch, I think last year or something. You know, she was the one that did it for them. So, you know, it's a fantastic opportunity. There are a lot of people trying to get into Africa, and you might just be their local partner. That's what you would be positioned as.
Okay, thank you. So we'll take Nancy. So Nancy, please unmute and ask your question. Nancy, are you still on the call? Okay, let me go over to another person. Peace, kindly unmute and ask your question. Peace or Sigwe?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Please quickly ask your question.
Okay, so thank you for this platform, and thank you for the host that have spoken to us so far. I wanted to ask, what if you go online on social media for visibility, for people to buy your product, and still the visibility and the people coming to you are low, or people coming to you are people that they just want to know your price to compare with other prices that they get from someone else, and your social media platform is also on Google, and you met a professional to help to set up your platform, and still the visibility and the engagement is low. What do? You
need to change your strategy there. Change your strategy, and this is very simple. It was an investor that told me this in 2018 when I went to pitch my business in a hotel here. Then I was still a fashion entrepreneur, and they offered me $1 million. They offered me $1 million. He saw me on Instagram. I had maybe 218 followers, but he saw that I was consistent. I was consistent. But he said something to me one day after this investment pitch. I didn't take the money because I wasn't ready. You know, he said, Olori, why don't you look for your specialization in the value chain of your industry? That one advice changed my whole life. I stopped wasting my time in manufacturing, retail, and all those things. I realized that it's export that I'm good at. And that's even what I landed in today with export investments. So what I'm trying to say to you is, you may be looking at it that you are good at this. Why don't you look at your value chain? Your value chain talks about the end to end of your industry. That is maybe for fashion then, it was from cotton, right? You look at cotton, the yarning, the textile industry, you look at the those that spin the yarn, you know, it's like a whole industry. It's not just manufacturing that's in garment. So unpack your value chain. And when you've unpacked it, look at it again. Where does my expertise lie? You may be good at something, doesn't mean you are the best at it. Right now, what I do, I'm so confident nobody does it the way I do it. And that uniqueness, you need to find it. If you get a professional to do something and you're not getting results, it may be them, it may be your product. You know? So I would suggest that there's a disconnect somewhere. You still need a business strategist to help you, sit with you, because I paid somebody $10,000. I paid for 6 months. This was in 2017. Pay for services. Don't be afraid, Nancy. It may not cost you $10,000 now, but I'm just saying that pay for the knowledge you don't have about your business. Please don't suffer and waste resources and say it's not doing, business is not moving. You are the one doing the wrong business. That's what I would strongly insinuate here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lori. It's been an amazing time with you. I really appreciate you for pouring out yourself to us, even when you didn't have to give us so much information, but yet you came available and wanting to impact into the lives of these women. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Ladies, let us appreciate her. Let us appreciate her. Let's get this comment session burning. Let us appreciate her. It's been wonderful. Thank you
so much, ladies. I'm proud and I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Love
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, women, for participating. It was really impactful. Thank you for your contribution. You also were part of the reason why the session was interesting. So quickly, I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Chinelo, and for us to go over to the next section of today's.
All right, thank you so much, Deborah. If you can see me. Wow, that class was fire. I'm going to give you poll and expo. We have a group for the team members, and throughout the class, we kept saying, wow, see speaker now, see speaker. No, Dr. Lori, take your flowers. You're such, I don't know how, wow, like I lack words. You're such a speaker. Like, this is the definition of your onion. It's not somebody that just went to research to train. Like, you're a lived experience. You know about trade. No, I'll still start thinking your praises. We enjoyed, we really did love your session. Ladies, we do not play. When we say it gets hotter, it's because it does. If we say it's about to get lit, imagine, don't go to when we are done, we are going to reopen your groups. People should go and tell people that miss this session that they missed. This is the kind of session they say that when you miss, you miss. But then we are going a notch higher. Like I said, it keeps getting better. We still have another quiz for today. We have the networking events as promised because it's the final day. So if you are going to have time to network with yourself and have fun, we are going to play some videos. We are also going to have breakout sessions today. There's another breakout session where you all can interact. Today's breakout sessions are going to be industry-based. So some of the things she has shared about the cross-border trade and all that good stuff, you're going to be able to discuss this in your breakout sessions because people are going to be in the same industry, but people from different countries. So you can say what is helping. People can give you ideas on the easiest way to export into their countries or the opportunities they have in their countries. So stay tight, hold on tight. Till we tell you that IgniteHER is over. Is content upon content, value upon value. I don't know. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please let's not forget to follow her. Borderless Trade Network and at Olori Boye Ajayi. So you can follow her on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on all social media platforms. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are going to continue. We are going to be having an activity. Grace, you can please move the slide. And this activity, we are going to be having people that will speak. what I'm going to say is, no, not the products, not for the sponsors. No, not the network events. Move again. The I wish I knew. Move, keep moving. No, not that. Move again. Nope. Okay, don't worry. Just keep it on any slide. It's not quiz time. Just keep it on any slide there. Yeah, it's not Ignited Women Speak we are doing now, but you can just leave it on any slide. Okay, all right. We are going to begin an activity now. If you had raised up your hand before, you can keep it down so that I'm going to see the new people that have raised their hands. We are going to be having a quiz session, but before then, I want us to share with ourselves, because at times the solution you're going to need for your business or to move from one point in life to another is really it could be your neighbor that would give it to you. So like one of the speakers said yesterday that she has been looking for help. I think it was Oluremi Martins that said that she has been looking for a way to solve a problem, an equipment problem in her business. And she had someone just next by, another business owner. And she decided to go and ask the person, and she saw that the person had the solution, and this person helped her to solve the problem immediately, right? So now I want us to share what the game is very simple. Is I wish I knew. You're going to speak in 30 seconds to 1 minute maximum. So what does this mean? You're going to raise your hand. I'm going to unmute you, and you're going to tell us one thing you wished you knew earlier in business. So for example, if I want to speak, I can say, I wish I knew that collaboration is not competition. Yeah. Or I wish I knew that I needed support systems early in my business. So it's really just ensure that you're starting the phrase with I wish I knew, and then you tell us something you wished you knew earlier on in business. So if you want to say that, please also remember that before you raise your hand, be sure that you are ready to speak. So share with us something you know that you learned and it really changed your life. Like Dr. Olori just said now that a mentor told her something and it changed her entire business. So it could be that one word that you're going to tell us that might be the igniting somebody needs for this session or needs for this conference. So share. So I'm going to be calling you. People should remember, don't tell us stories. Just something you wish you knew. So I'm going to be in no particular order. I have Nancy Ndiragu. So when I allow you to talk, please unmute and speak. And Nancy, you can unmute your mic and you can go, please.
Hi, Chinelo, am I clear?
Yes, you're clear.
So I wish I knew that in marketing, I could either sell what I have or I could sell what the market needs. So that opens for me.
I think we also had that in the class today. You can sell what you have or what the market needs. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Okay, so next person here is Cynthia. Cynthia, I'm going to allow you to speak. Just to explain how this works for the rest of us. How to speak is, if you check below on the bar, like below your phone, you're going to see a hand button. So you put your hand up. When your hand is up, I'm going to tell you to speak. That's how it works. It's until your mic is, your hands are up before you can see how to mute your mic. Do you understand? All right, Cynthia, you can go next, please.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Cynthia Akpenajolo from Ghana. I wish I knew that joining a group of entrepreneurs or so many groups of entrepreneurs could open so many doors for me, such as the IgniteHER opportunity that I have today to join, to learn so many things. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I like that you commented us. That was good. But you are from Ghana. Where in Ghana are you? Accra, what part of Ghana are you in?
I'm in Ho in the Volta region. Ho in the Volta region.
I wanted to give us our bag of rice, but our rice did not reach that place that you are. But don't worry, you're going to get something.
It's
you cannot. I the one that want to pay for it. But let me put an asterisk on it. I'm going to think about it. I'm talking the WhatsApp group. Yeah? All right. Thank you. Next person, we are going to have, I cannot pronounce this name. Ogenos Ewu. Sorry if just let me unmute you. Just speak. Don't let me not bother with the name. I just call you Ogene. Yeah, Ogene, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm Ogene Osimime from Nigeria, and I wish I knew that I needed a website for optimizing my marketing.
Let me tell you something. Impact that women, people have sense, people have brain. Ogene now said this thing because she wants me to give her free website. You are using sense. You want to use brain and take websites from my hand. You don't know that me say I'm a Nigerian girl and I'm smart. Because why do you anyway, let it not be that. It doesn't mean that I'll give the rest of you website. It depends. You get it? It depends. Anywho, Jewe, you've just won yourself a free website. Congratulations. All right, next person. I'm going to take everybody. Don't they raise hand? All of you are now raising your hand because of websites. Oh, girl, Esther Amasa. I've unmuted you. You can speak. Please, I need people from different countries. I'm just seeing names that sound Nigerian. All those countries that you're yet to win something, raise your hand. So you not say I'm the one. Raise your hand. Please go ahead, Esther.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Esther Amasa from Nigeria. I wish I knew IgniteHER 2 years ago. I would have gone far in my business. I would have had a website by now. I still don't have. Thank you.
But yes, you're saying you still don't have. You still not have. Because it's not my website you want to take. You will not take it. You still don't have. You still will not have.
Yes,
What
that day
country
you
are
said
you
you
from?
would
Let me
send it
think.
to
Depends
us.
on your
I
country.
waited. I didn't see it too. Yesterday you said you sent
You still wait. What country are you joining from?
Nigeria.
What country? No, Nigerian people have received plenty gifts. We will think
Yeah, but
about
it's
it. But
not
for
me
now,
now.
Esther, have a
Yesterday you
nice
promised.
day. I thought that I promised her yesterday. Is it true? My moderators, let me know. Did I because I keep to promise. If I promised her yesterday, then I'm going to give her. So moderators, please confirm that I promised her. But if not, because I need people should not lie with my name on. I'm looking for people that are not Nigerians. Nigerians, people cannot receive everything. Okay, Zim Bini, you look like someone that is a non-Nigerian.
I'm not a Nigerian.
Who is speaking? Who is that? Who is speaking now?
It's Margaret.
Oh, Margaret, did I unmute you? I didn't see when I unmuted you. Have you won anything since this program started?
No, please. No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
Where in Ghana are you? Where in Ghana do you stay?
I'm in Accra, precisely on
Okay. Before you tell us your house, tell us something you wish you knew.
Okay,
Tell us what
you impact a year ago, and one thing I picked today is productivity capacity depends determine who will buy from you. That's one thing I learned today.
Awesome. All right, thank you. So just to say, Margaret, you've won a bag of rice. So congratulations. But I want to say something that is very important. So when you come, you should don't say something that you really wish you knew that has changed your life. Say something impactful. Let's not reduce it to, oh, you just want to say it because you want a gift. It's very important. What you do, how do I put this? What you give to people is very important. You want to be very sure that what you have said is going to impact someone else. So don't just say it because you want it free. At times when you're doing your best without doing too much, you get a gift or you get something generally in life. So don't do too much. Yeah, let's be proper because we are crafty ladies. Zimbini, you can go next.
Afternoon, ladies. I wish I knew my purpose. I wish I knew my purpose in business in when I was starting, because now I'm busy starting my product. So I'm not ready to export. I'm starting my product, but I'm happy to be here because I know where my product is gonna be going after my processes. Thank you.
So where will your product be going? Let's be sure that you know it. But okay, Zibini, where are you from? It's all of you.
I'm from South Africa.
You're from South Africa?
It's raw, honey. Raw. Yes, I'm from South Africa.
Okay, let me have mercy so that it won't be said that it was Chino that did not give them gifts. I'm going to give you a free bookkeeping template because people want to finish our website. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll take the next person. All of you that are telling me you're raising your hand, I'm seeing you guys. I'm just trying to pick other countries so that it's going to be as fair as possible. I don't want anybody to say that I'm taking only Nigerians. Yeah. Papa, you want gifts now. You're still raising your hand. Papa, keep your hand down in the name of God, please. Other countries, raise your hand. Okay, this doesn't sound Nigerian. It has gone up. Gracious, Gracious, I can't pronounce the name. Gracious, you can unmute and speak.
It's Gracious Mumpansha, finally.
Hi, Gracious. Okay, you have the floor. All right, go ahead.
So I'm Gracious Mumpansha from Zambia, the only Zambian in the house.
Hey, Zambian in the house. Let's go.
So I wish I knew that I didn't need a product for me to go international, because I have been looking forward to maybe starting a product line, then start selling in Dubai, Nigeria, and all of that. But I also host events and I'm a corporate PR. So I found it done. And I also wish I knew that being in line or being linked to such a networking platform like IgniteHER can connect me to international labels like that. But yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Gracious. Nice one. I also wanted to say this during Dr. Olori's class. She had talked about the IATF program and how IgniteHER can help you all. So I wanted to mention, for our women that have been here over time, if people would remember, we actually did send women to the last IATF that happened in Egypt. I don't know if any of those women are here, but we did. So just to put it out, apart from the things most of the things she said, we already do it. Just stay with us and you're going to tap in. Like I said, we are here for everybody. One person or one woman per time. All right, let me take the next person. Please, if you have spoken, keep your hand down. Benita Nwobodo, you can go.
Okay, good afternoon all.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon all. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I wish I knew consistency on social media pays a lot. I would have gone far.
I didn't hear that one. You wish you knew consistency on social media pays a lot. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You have gone far.
Gone
awesome.
far.
That is a good one. Thank you so much. I've forgotten your name now. Remind me your name again. Benita. Thank you so much, Benita. Okay, awesome. Thank you. We are going to take the next person.
Yes. Fine. Wrong. Yes. No. Gender equality. Very good, Melanie.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Please, let's mute all the panelists. Mute your microphones. Let me see people I can mute from here. Okay. And then if you finish speaking, please mute your microphone too. The moderators on this call that have Zoom access, please also help me, because I'm looking at 104 hands up and it could be a lot to scroll through. All right, thank you. So like I said, as you're raising up your hand, ensure that you're saying something powerful. Like the person that just spoke now, she said she wishes she knew. I'll soon speak something that's not in dictionary today because of you people. That if she has been consistent, or that consistency in social media pays, and that is a good one. Someone in the comment section said, I wish I knew about export marketing platforms. That is also a good one. Lozet Ehihia, I've allowed you to speak, so you can unmute. After her, Margaret Njirani, you can go next. Oh God, I have a lot of people. It's hard to. If I've unmuted you, please speak. Yes, what's your name? Who is speaking, please?
Hello, I'm Lovett.
Okay, hi Lovett. Tell us where you're joining in from and tell us something you wish you knew.
Okay, speaking from Nigeria, Ebonyi State. So I wish I knew
from Nigeria, Ebonyi State, you said?
Yes. All right. Can I go on?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I really wish I knew the importance of taking insurance, because if I had done that, my company, my factory that was vandalized, at least I would have done something. Understand?
Awesome.
But I didn't know the value of that, so I didn't do that. So when people that go after scrap metals, they went and vandalized everything, took my equipment. So that kind of really set me back. And another thing also, I didn't also know the importance of bookkeeping. So I would really appreciate if I get something on that, so that now I've bought a big notebook that I'm going to use for bookkeeping. So, but I really appreciate a template or something. Then as I'm restarting, I'm restarting on another level with a lot of new things I've also learned. Thank you.
All right. What's your name again, please?
Love it here.
Okay, love it. You have won a bookkeeping template. I
All
also
right.
think that what she said is very important. Having insurance is important. At times when you get an insurance or when you want to get an insurance, you think it's expensive until life happens to you. So it is very important. I'm going to pause on taking people to say this. I want to put out something that is clear. Ask around about me. If you are trying to, what they call that, emotionally blackmail me, I will not pick you. Because guess what? If people don't know my house, you will not beat me at the end of the day. So I've said it, we are classy women in Impact Hub. Behave classy. Some of you now are saying I have favorites. I don't know anybody from, I don't know you who's formers. I can barely pronounce your names here. So how are they my favorites? Please, let's behave well. This Ignite type, we should do well. That's one. Secondly, let's also share things that would help others. I keep saying it. Let's share something that is going to really help the next person. All right. So please, Nigerians, what's your name? Person speaking now. Zainab, please go ahead.
Mohammed.
All right, go ahead.
I wish I knew earlier that I need to be updating my skills and knowledge. I will have managed my finances carefully to avoid cash crisis.
Awesome.
And with Impact, I've learned a lot about managing finances, and I need to be updating my skills and knowledge.
Awesome, that's great. Where are you joining from? Where in Nigeria are you joining from?
From Abuja, Nigeria.
You're joining from Abuja, Nigeria. Okay, so we have a sponsor. The name of her business is Mazen Foods, and she wants to give food products to some few people. So you have just won yourself one of those products. Your name is Zehab Mohammed from Abuja, right?
Mohammed 1, yes.
Okay, so when we reach out or you reach out to us, tell us that you've won food product from Mazen Foods. Congratulations. Have a good one. All right. I just unmuted someone. Please, the person should speak. What's your name?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, this is Margaret Geraine from Kenya. So glad to be here. I wish I knew networking with women from Africa can change the future of an ordinary tea farmer. We are now able to move the value chain from being an ordinary farmer to the consumer cup through tea value addition products and specialty tea. We wish we'll be able to reach the whole of Africa with our tea and also invite you to come and taste the tea in our farms. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are welcome. Thank you. So you're from Kenya. Please repeat your name again. We have a sponsor, Organic. I'm sorry, Grace, if you could move to the sponsors page. Please, as I'm calling the sponsors, let's keep following them. This Organics by
Margaret Geraine.
Okay, Gerani. Okay,
yeah.
Organics by Nyeri has decided to give us her product. So you're going to be getting one of those. Congratulations. Awesome. Okay. I have hey, there's a lot of people here. I want to pick, in case Nigerians that I'm not calling is intentional. So if you want to beef me, you can beef me intentionally. As you all know, we've done a lot of things for Nigerians on this call, and it's not going to be nice not to do for other people. So yes, I'm intentionally not calling Nigerians. I'm looking for others. Okay, Flora Kunashe is looking Ghanaian. I don't know, but please, you can speak. Sharifa, I think Gambia. So let me allow you speak.
It's not there, good. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Flora from Malawi.
Oh,
The warm heart of
Malawi.
Africa.
Wow, I've not seen Malawi since. Go ahead, my dear Flora.
I wish I knew earlier that there are so many organizations like African Bank, African Development Bank, Tony Mary Foundation that are supporting women with grants in business. That would have been helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. Something I want to add on what Flora just said now is that it's very important. Yesterday, the speakers mentioned it. I think it was also Oluremi that mentioned it yesterday, that women as a business owner, you should always research. Please mute your mics. Please mute. If you spoke, moderators, please help me, because I can't see the people that have spoken. Just help me mute them, please. I beg you. I was saying that Oluremi had mentioned yesterday that as a businesswoman, always stay researching. There are loads of organizations that help you do better in business for less. So make sure that you research. And it was also Dr. Lori that mentioned about knowing what the Chamber of Commerce in your country is doing so that you can tap into it. So please make sure that you do all these things. They are very important. Then, very importantly too, it's going to be futile. It won't be worth it. Quite honest, I want to be very sincere with people. If all you do at the end of this program is to have gotten an airtime voucher or a freebie, you've not done well for yourself. I'm just being very blunt. Yeah. Knowledge cannot be taken away from you. Guess what? Any of these freebies that you get, especially the physical ones, they are going to finish. You will not use it forever, right? You win a free website, you win a bookkeeping template and all, they are going to help your business. But what will help your business the most is the value you're going to take home, is what you retain. So as we are speaking, do not be too focused on getting a freebie that you forget that you came here to get value. Because I've gotten knowledge that I do not own a business right now, but I have gotten knowledge that I'm going to use for life, like forever and ever. So please, don't miss out on the most important things because you want to just focus on, oh, they are doing giveaway. Please, it's for your own good. Okay? To comprehend, let me speak French. Let me look for which other language do I know now? Language that's finished. What do you understand in your language? Shape understand. After master, you've been telling me I'm doing well, I'm doing great. You think that if you're telling me I'm doing well, I'm doing great, I'll dash you my free? Yes, I think I don't have that sense. No, I won't do it. All right. Okay. So let me take two more people before we move to the next session. But Esther, you said I promised you something. You can let me know. You can let us know in the groups what I promised you, and I'm going to give that to you. I saw Benita's hand somewhere where she said she doesn't know what I give to her. I also can't remember. I'm going to ask the moderators because I can't see it. I can't see your name on my notes. So I would ask the moderators later on what I gave to you and we would get back. So I'm allowing Nane and Jenny to speak now. Nane, you can go. After Nane, I'm going to take one more person. And we are going to move
You
on
actually said I can speak after.
Oh, sorry, my dear. You can speak. After you, then Nane will go.
Okay, my name is Sherif Kalfa
Good
from
afternoon.
Ghana.
Sorry, hold on. Let Sharifa finish. Sharifa, you can go ahead.
My name is Sherif Kalfa from Ghana in Volta region.
Okay.
And I run a small business that's local clothing. If you're in Nigeria, you know the local wear that they use for engagement and all that. And I really like to export my product, but the problem is always the weight. The weight makes the cost of the product actually higher than the actual price of the product. So this training
Sorry to cut you short. Okay, I thought you were trying to explain a problem. I wanted to say you forgot to start with I wish I knew, so would know what you. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm actually still coming to land on that.
Okay.
Yes, so I wish I knew about this program. I've actually been receiving mails from you, IgniteHER, but I didn't know the relevance or importance of networking or connecting with you. And through this program, I've learned that there are agencies that can really help you export your products at cheaper rates. Thank you very much to IgniteHER, and I love you
Thank
all,
you
girl.
so much, Sharifa from Ghana. We also do love you. We are going to be giving you a free bookkeeping template. My pen has stopped writing. I cannot write your name, Sharifa. Sharifa, my pen does not like you.
I beg, tell your pen to
Okay.
like me.
Bookkeeping template. Awesome. Thank you. Next person, I think that's Nani. Please go
It's
ahead.
me. It's Nane. Good
Yeah,
afternoon, everyone. I'm Nane from Namibia. I wish I knew the power of the internet and social media for marketing and advertising.
Awesome. That's a great one. And ladies, we should also know, Dr. Olori also mentioned that. He said, if you're not marketing online, you're playing. You cannot also be saying that you want to start exporting your business if you're not marketing online. Because guess what? The easiest way to get, please let's mute our mic. People of the Most High God, mute your mics. How do I do this now? Please mute your mics. I've lost my train of thought. But I was saying that you cannot also tap into a market you do not know. And it's easier to tap into the markets, right? If you're online, it's easier for you to know what works in other countries and you can see how to serve them best. Nane from Namibia, we do not have any Namibia on this list. Okay, we have one Namibia. So I will give you a free website. Congratulations. Let me tell you the countries I do not have now so that
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that we can take those countries. I see I have only one Botswana. So someone from Botswana, if you're from Botswana, okay, Benin. Yes, who wants to speak from Benin? Rwanda. How do I want to see how to take every other person's hands down so these countries can speak. Liberia, okay. How do we do this? Let me lower all attendees' hands. Okay, I've done that. I've put all the hands down. So people from those countries, Liberia, Rwanda, what other country did I see there now? Cameroon, Benin, please raise your hands, especially someone from Benin. We need to hear the French people. So if you're from those countries, please, Nigerians, do not raise your hands, please. There are still freebies for Nigerians. I will get to that. Let's keep it at the countries I've mentioned. Uganda, you can raise your hand, right? Ida Abello. Oh God, you have gone out again. Nigerians, please stop raising your hand. I'll come back to people. I've said, raise your hand. I don't mean in the comment section, like use the, my God, I'm out of breath. Adam, please unmute your mic and speak. Abbas said, unmute your mic and speak. I've given you full rights to speak. You just have to unmute and speak, right?
Okay. Hello.
Hello, who is speaking, please?
This is Adam Howlard from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria.
I said Nigerians should rest. All right, okay, go ahead, since you've already spoken. Go ahead. Okay, I can hear you now, yeah. Okay, I can't hear you again. I've allowed so many people to speak, so just unmute yourself. I've allowed over 4 people now. Marceline, I've also allowed you to
Hello.
speak.
Hello.
Who is speaking, please? Hello, tell us your name.
This is Christine.
Sorry, let's take it one at a time. Christine, please start.
Good afternoon. This is Christine from Kampala, Uganda. And
Okay.
I wish I had known about the financing that Dr. Olori talked about before I started business. Thank you.
I didn't hear that. Can you please repeat? Sorry.
Oh, I said I wish I knew about the financing, the different grants and everything that are available out there before I started business.
Awesome. Thank you so much. She said she wishes. Yeah, go ahead.
And also about the DHL women part. I didn't know that they had that kind of section in their business portfolio.
Great, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Christine. Those were very important points. Knowing about the financial organizations that can help you, or the different kinds of way you can get funding for your business is very important. So I'm going to be giving you a bookkeeping template. Well done. Congratulations. Next person speak.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, please.
My Oluwakemi Kushimo Festus is my name.
You're from Nigeria. I had said Nigerians should not speak for now. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I can't hear you anymore. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
I need one French person speak. Sorry, hold on. Let's take it a step at a time. I'm not going to unmute anybody again, right? The people that are already unmuted, take it a step at a time, speak, and then we go to the next person. Can you hear me? Who is speaking? Okay, I can't hear anybody. Abosede, can you?
I can hear you.
What's your name? I can't hear you.
I can hear you clearly, but I'm from Nigeria, so I'll just mute myself. So thank you.
All right, thank you so much for being fast.
I'm from Rwanda. I'm from
Okay, the
Rwanda.
person
My
from
name is
Rwanda, please
Naomi.
go ahead. Your name is Naomi.
My name is
Naomi,
Naomi
what's your full
Mujisa.
name, please? Sorry?
Naomi Mujisha.
Mujisha. All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, I wish I had known about financial and also about cross-border marketing. I even also didn't know the woman part about DHL and other companies. And I'm so glad I'm here today.
We are so glad to have you. Congratulations. So you have won a free website, Naomi Mugisha. You can now mute. Thank you. You're welcome. Abosede, are you French? You can unmute and speak. I want at least one French person to speak before we move over to the games, and then we have the networking events.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who is speaking?
Oluwakemi is my name.
Okay, please, Nigerians should mute for now. Thank you. There are still other things we'll give to Nigerians, so please mute for now. Abosede, are you ready to speak or not? So I can take someone else. Okay, guess you're not. Christine Kalibala, what country are you joining from? Who is that? What's your name?
Oluwakemi is my name.
Yeah, I have said before that Nigerians shouldn't speak for now. Nigerians, people have like the most gifts. Yeah, so people should hold on. There are still gifts for Nigerians. So let's hold off on that for now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christine, I've told you.
Chinelo, I've already spoken.
Who is that? Who is speaking?
This is Christine Kalibala. I've already spoken.
Okay, please lower your hand then.
Okay then.
All right, Bushra Masru, do you want to speak? The French people, I don't want anybody to see. I've been calling French people since people are not speaking. I would move on. No, French people, I've been calling you since. Bushra Masru, do you want to speak? Okay, no. All right, I'm just going to take one more person, and that would be it. Suhala Jubene, how did you raise your hand up? Because I can't see you. Yes, Suhala Jubene, you're not here. I can only, okay, they said I should speak French to you people. Okay. Pour les francophones, si vous voulez parler, s'il vous plaît, il faut utiliser, il faut faire tes mains comme ça. Et je vais my French has gone at this point. Pour les francophones, si vous parlez, il faut utiliser le bouton qui a les mains élevées et je vais te choisir pour parler, s'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup. People are saying oui. Tu dis le oui là sur le commentaire. Je dis pas, c'est pas sur le commentaire. Il faut élever tes mains et je vais te choisir. Seigneur Jésus. Oh. Masolène. Okay, let me look for Masolène. All right, Masolène, please, you can speak now. Masolène, you're muted, but we can't hear you. Is it just me? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, Marceline, I've unmuted you, but I can't hear you. Marceline, on ne peut pas t'entendre, s'il vous plaît. Okay, I did my best for the French people. I honestly did. Hono Beauty, I see you in the comments. Let me check if your hands are up. Your hands are not up. People see what people are doing. They will be saying in the comments, I should unmute them, but their hands are not up. After now, they said that this Chinelo is not a good person. Okay, I see Zella. Zella, I've unmuted you. You can now speak.
Allô, allô, allô.
Hello. Hello.
Ah, là, vous m'entendez?
Oui, je t'entends.
Oh là là, je suis même fatiguée. Il y a longtemps que les francophones entendent. Oh là là.
Je t'assure, ma sœur. Je t'assure.
Vous ne regardez pas de l'autre côté, là et là. Bon, d'accord, c'est pas grave. Vous êtes excusés, nous vous pardonnons.
Oh, il faut nous pardonner.
Okay.
Pardon. Il ne faut pas se fâcher.
Je sais que vous allez comprendre. OK, moi, j'ai une chose que j'ai retenue. Et c'est qu'il faut donner de l'argent pour la formation. Il faut vous former sur quelque chose que vous ne maîtrisez pas, qui peut vous empêcher à développer votre activité. Donc, moi, je suis prête clairement à mettre en valeur ce que j'ai comme connaissances, les capacités pour former d'autres personnes, pour que j'ai des moyens pour venir renforcer mon activité qui est dans la reproduction, l'élevage de la volaille pour la vente de la viande de volaille. Voilà donc dans quoi je m'engage maintenant, que je dois me former pour avoir des capacités de faire des formations en ligne. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, c'est trop profond, c'est vraiment profond. Tu es de quel pays?
Mais je suis de Pointe-Noire, Congo-Brazzaville.
Ah, tu es de Congo! Plaisir de te connaître. Bon, qu'est-ce que tu nous
Je suis là depuis longtemps. Je suis dans Impact. J'ai cette formation là, Impacteur dans IgniteHER. J'ai toutes ces formations-là.
Wow, je t'aime beaucoup. J'aime ton esprit. Bon, qu'est-ce que tu vois un site web? Tu vois ça? On te donne un site web.
Sorry?
Je demande, est-ce qu'on te donne un site web?
Ben, moi, j'ai déjà le site web.
Oh, d'accord. Bon, je vais discuter à Judith et on va parler après pour voir ce qu'on peut te donner ou bien ce qu'on peut faire pour ton affaire. Merci beaucoup. C'était un plaisir de t'entendre. Merci.
Enchantée. Merci. À bientôt. Bye.
À bientôt. Okay, so I'm going to interpret what she said. And she has a nice spirit. She was saying that still, if we did not allow them speak, we left the French people, and it's not nice of us. And then she shared something that was very, very great. She said what she has learned is that she has learned how to keep money to build herself. She has learned how to save money for capacity building, because capacity building is very important to a business owner. And that is powerful. That is all-time powerful, because if you're not learning, you are not growing. So people see why we should be allowing French people to speak, because immediately she spoke, everywhere fire. And that is a great lesson. I think all of you should take it. It's also something that I'm learning myself. I've learned, quite honestly, this just started 3 months ago. Normally, I was not serious with it, but 3 months ago, I have started reserving money, saving money for capacity building. And it could be attending conferences, it could be taking courses, it could be traveling to events that are helpful for your business. It could be any of these things. So learn that. It is very important for you to save money to build yourself. Dr. Olori also said it, that women entrepreneurs go for events. Go and network, know people. See, let me tell you something. The people that will give you money are not the people that you don't know. It was Just Give Africa that said it, that before you sell products, you sell yourself. Like, you sell your brand, you sell who you are. People will buy you first and buy your person before they buy your product. So please make sure that you connect, travel, meet people, talk to people. Leave imposter syndrome somewhere. Leave shyness. Shyness does not bring money. And we are trying to make money. So please, that was a powerful one. Merci beaucoup, Azella du Congo. She's coming from Congo, Brazzaville. It was so exciting to hear from a French person. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are going to move over. Even myself, I need to drink water. Moderator is tired. Moderator is tired. Let's do the quiz, and then after the quiz, we are going to, people should not worry. See, everything that we have, we'll share all of them today. There's nothing, we are not going home with anything. Calm down. And then Nigerian gifts for Icho, you will calm down. What is calm down in Yoruba? Because I see most of you are Yoruba. Even in Igbo, my language.
Farabalẹ̀.
Farabalẹ̀. Thanks, Grace, you live long, my dear sister. People should farabalẹ̀. In Igbo ways, let me think. When did he? When please have did he? When did he? In French, swapé. Seigneur Jésus. French là, c'est difficile. Let's forget it. Okay, it's gift time. Grace, please. You can continue. You can move your slide. All right, so you want to, yeah, it's because people are stressing me. How to join, as always, go to www.slido.com. Use the link 3504185, right? Everybody should join. Grace, you can move to the joining slide. Let me put the link for you. www.slido.com. So when you get to this link I dropped, I'm sending it as a direct message. Hold on, let me send to everyone. www.slido.com. All right, so I've put it there. When you go there, put the number you see on the screen. Give me a second, I want to grab water. When you join, please write your name. Code is on the screen, is what you're seeing on the screen, 3504185. 3504185. I don't understand by what you mean is not potent. I can't see anybody here yet. Please, the people that are posting their business links, I'm going to remove you from this our call because people are not allowing people to see. Let me try it from my end. Let me try it from my phone. What is the problem? Even the people that are saying join, I can't see you. Put your name. I'm coming. Let me just try it myself so I see what the problem is. Or you're just going to put the code 3504185. Some people are saying join, but we're meant to be seeing you on the screen when you join, but I can't see anybody. Grace, maybe you want to reload.
Yeah, but they are joining already.
But we're not seeing their names.
Yes, we're not. I don't know why we're not seeing their names, but they are joining. 377 right now on the top of your screen. 378.
Okay, I can see the 378, 380.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I just don't know why their names are not showing.
The names are supposed to show. No.
Yeah, the names are supposed to show. Maybe stop presenting your slide and start again.
Yeah,
I'm trying to join myself. Yeah, when I joined, they tell me get ready, Chinido, 398 users have already joined. The people that are saying it's not opening, the link is opening because I just tried it myself. The only problem I'm having is I'm not seeing your names, but the link is opening. And I'm seeing here that people are joining. Grace is going to share her screen now, and you're going to see how many people.
Yeah, I'm still trying to reload my.
It has gone blank now. It has gone blank. Okay, let's people should be patient a bit, wait a bit. Let's wait a bit for Grace. While that is happening, remember that I still have 27 vouchers to go. Vouchers from Kenya, vouchers from Nigeria. I still have about 4 bags of rice to give out. I pray that I don't even give out more rice than I have. We still have products from Martin Foods. We have lunch packs for people in Surulere, Jesus Christ, Surulere, Lagos. Yes, we have lunch packs. We have frames, wall frames for people also in Lagos, Nigeria. The code is there, 350-4185. 350-4185. That is the code. We have 414 people now, and people are still saying people are not able to join. If we have, so what are those joining? If people are not able, 4118. I'm thinking that it started from the last time. That's what I'm thinking. But Grace, don't worry, leave it. We'll make do with it. Joined. When we get to 4:30, we are going to start. When we are 425 now. Once we get to 4:30, we are going to start the quiz. The people that think they don't know how to join, very simple. Even on your groups, we have dropped it, www.slido.com. Then you put the code you can see on the screen, and you're going to be in. The link is, if you can't see the link we dropped here, check the link in your groups. So we drop the links on the groups, you would see it. People saying they're in Lagos, I know, don't worry, we'll get to it. After the quiz, we'll give out some gifts, and then we'll have to go to our breakout session. Yeah, and then come back. Because all of you must come back. Anybody that does not come back after the breakout session, you will not win. You will not win the last gift I have for you people. I'm stingy with my gift. If you are not here, this is if you snooze, you lose. Okay, we are 450 now. Great. Let's go. You can start. Who is the founder of Impacta? This one is an easy question. Grace, Chinelo, Ijoma. Obviously, people know that I'm not the one, so it's very easy for you to win. Efe Ukala. So if people miss this one, IgniteHER has ended because they'll sack all of us. They'll sack all the staff of Impacta, so people cannot miss this. So let's go. Who is the founder? Hey, our women know the founder. Yes, Efe Ukala is the founder. For the people that put any other thing aside Efe, we don't have business, so we don't have business. Please know your founder. Your founder is Efe Ukala. She's the founder of IgniteHER. All right, next question, please. Christine Jacqueline. Wow, Christine is winning. Mary Adeleke again from the other day. I think he's repeating questions. I guess that. Let's move to the next slide. How much do you need to pay to get digital marketing strategy from IgniteHER? $200 free of charge, $50, $100. How much do you need to pay? All right, guys. Free of, I like the fact that some of you know us. People know that we don't take money. We don't do that here. Free of charge. You don't have to pay. We are sweet like that. Christine is still winning. Oyedeji has come on top. All right, let's keep it rolling. Next question, please. Who is the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Marie Curie, Eleanor Roosevelt, Mother Teresa, Rosa Parks. Who is the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? The person that is saying they want to join is too late. Otilo, you've been left behind. You've been left behind. Mother Teresa, are people sure about that? People think it's Christmas gifts. That's why you chose Mother Teresa. Okay, Marie Curie is the answer. Next one, please. Christine is still winning. Christine doesn't want to let go. Who was the first female African president? Let us know. Someone said it's Agnes. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, most people said, yeah, Ellen Johnson, Salif. I remember it because her name stands out, the Salif. Christine is still winning. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What is the primary goal of an entrepreneur? To make profits, to create a job, to innovate, all of the above. All of the above. Yes, most of you got it. Awesome. Next one. Christine is, somebody should win Christine. Someone should win her. People should not allow Christine, because Christine has won it already. So people should not allow her to win again. To ensure that you win, right? What is a business plan? What is a business plan? Yeah, you can just keep going ahead, Grace. I'm trying to do something. So you can keep moving when we are done. Wait, let's just keep moving till we get to the end. Okay. All of the above. All right, next question. What is the target market? Christine, is it that you are holding our gifts on your truth? You don't want to let it go. Christine, what's the problem? You don't want to let our gifts go. You are holding it by the truth. Eh? Hey, people should see Christine. What is the cash flow statement? Jacqueline is still winning. Wow. Let me read for you people. What is a competitive advantage? We did not see our winner. We didn't see the winner. My guess is Christine at this point. I guess Christine is the winner because she has been here steadily. Okay, someone is saying it was Christine. Someone said Jacqueline. People are calling people that did not win now. Let's see the real one. Before people give us something that is untrue. It was there. It's Christine. Okay, her name is Christine Jacqueline. I see. Okay, congratulations, Christine. And we have Isabian Deborah. Tell us where are you from? Like, not where are you from? Where do you reside? Christine, you've already gotten a gift. Christine has gotten a template, but let me add a free website to that. Let me add a free website to that since as your gift, right? Please, Isa Ben Deborah, where are you from, or where do you reside? Or Adewale, where do you reside, please? The third person. So, Christine, we are adding a website to you. Oreofe, please, where do you? I already gave you a website last week. No, it's a bookkeeping template I gave to you. Are you not Christine from Uganda? I gave you a free website. I gave you a bookkeeping template before. It's here. It's on my notes. I couldn't have notes here. Aisha, you're in Edo. You're Edo State, Nigeria. Okay. Aisha, we are also going to give you We'll give you two things because you're a winner. We'll give you a website and a digital marketing strategy. What I gave you before, Christy, was bookkeeping. So now I've added a website to it. Le francophone you. Now let's ask Marion, where are you from? Before you choke me today. Oh, the first day you got a website. Christine, you're winning everything in Impactal. Why? Oreofe Adewale, where are you? Where do you reside? Oyedeji Taiwo too. Where 300 just participated. Taiwo, where do you reside to? Or we should answer fast. Let's move on to the next. We are 3 minutes behind time for our next program or for the next activity. Do another one for those. I can't do another one for those that did not join. Somebody said she's 308 and she won. Yes, so all of you are winners. I agree. The people I'm asking questions, I can't see your responses. Aisha Ben Deborah, I've said that you won a DMS and website, right? Adewale, I can't see you. I was asking where you reside. Okay, from Lagos. Where in Lagos are you? Adewale or where in Lagos are you? You're in Oba. I don't know where Oba is now. Okay. Around say you're going to win one of these things. I'm not sure because I don't know if it's close to it. Either you're going to get a wall frame, a lunch pack, or a self-care kit. So it will be one of these two. I have to ask the vendors if you're close by. I'm not sure, but you win one of these three things I've mentioned. Oyedeji is from Lagos. So the same thing with Oyedeji Taiwo. Depending on what works for our sponsors, people are going to win that. All right. I'm going to move on from this. Congratulations to you all. Now we are going to be having a breakout session. Something that's very important to notice. After the breakout session, right, we are going to have just 2 activities and we are done. One of the very important things that will happen after the breakout session is the founder of IgniteHER, F.A. Ukala, is going to be here to have a word with you all. Imagine that you missed that. So me too, I'm holding my freebies for our founder. So when our founder, because people have to be here to hear from the founder. Because if the founder did not found Impactor, all of us will not be here. So I'm going to hold the remaining free because I may get I'm speak sorry for the pidgin English. I'm going to hold my gifts until our founder comes. So after our founder comes, I'll give all the gifts. We'll use like settings and I'll give you all my gifts. But I have to be sure that people are here to meet the founder. So after the founder comes, we'll now do the rest. Then I have a watch. I have a watch to give out to. A watch worth a good watch. Let me not say a good watch, but it's a very good watch. It's also going to be going to someone in Lagos. Again, what people are going to do for those of you that say people did not receive gifts, tell the people in your country about IgniteHER so that they will sponsor. So next time, all of you will be receiving. It was somebody say, Chinelo, please be nice. So I've been nice to you people. Me like this, a good girl like me. You say me, I'm not. I'll tell my mommy for you. Okay, so let's go. This is time for the networking event. The networking event that you all have been looking forward to. It is time. I've explained what people are going to do. Something also important. While people have moderators in your groups, right? If you want to take the lead, so what I mean if you want to take the lead, if you want to join your group and say you want to chair the conversations, when I mean chair the conversations, you're saying that, okay, you're appointing yourself to be the person that will lead the conversation, to ask people to speak. You can do that. What are you going to discuss when you get into your networking groups? You're going to obviously network, introduce yourself, tell people, share about your industry challenges, share about your industry wins, share about the opportunities in your industries, and also just what we want you to do, what we want to achieve with this is to help people to export, because they're going to be meeting different people from different countries, and then for people to also know the opportunities that they do not know about in their industry. We are going to be having what they call that. Sorry, I'm still recording. I've forgotten. Let me stop the recording. We have fashion and beauty. We have food and beverages. We have manufacturing, agriculture. We are going to post that now in your groups, right? And then you can join. And then we have others. Others, the group called others is for everybody that if you don't find your group, join the others group. So once you don't find your group, you join the others group. We all after it, we come back here. Today there's no break, but we are going to finish early. So after the breakout session, the next thing is our founder will speak, we give out more freebies, or not more freebies, we give out all the remaining freebies, and then we take pictures, good pictures, and then that's all. Chinelo only called top 4. Lila is from Abuja, Nigeria. I think it's nothing for me. If you like every day, people will be stressing me. Leila has this website, so there will be things that came to Leila has you have gotten a website, so that you know that Chinelo is the problem. Chinelo cannot be the problem. Chinelo is not a problematic person. Marlet asked Merom, you have gotten a free website from Ethiopia. Marlet has called me. If it's only this Mamelot, by now I'll be sneezing because she has been calling Chinelo. I will be sneezing. All right, let's go to our groups now for the group links. Go to your groups. You can exit this call. And then we'll come back to hear our speaker and the breakout session. So go to your groups for the link. Go to your groups you can exit Zoom now. You can exit Zoom now. I'm coming. I want to just post. I'll post the link here too. Give me a second. Give me a second, ladies. So please join your breakout sessions. Very important. You can live here. You can check on the group. You must not stay. You can stay here. But I mean, no, you can stay here. Actually, exit. Everybody should exit the group.
Hello, Chinelo. Please, how can we join? How can you join the breakout room?
Okay, it's going to be on the group session, group chat. The links will be on the group chat. And then the French, they have one unique link.
You mean the WhatsApp group, please?
Yes, please, the WhatsApp groups. Exits to the breakout rooms. Exits to the breakout rooms. People that don't have the WhatsApp group link, I've dropped the stuff here. You're not on WhatsApp. I've dropped the links. Who is saying I did not answer them? Hey, Chinelo is having headache. Chinelo will not answer you again. Who should leave Chinelo alone? I've dropped the link. I'm dropping the link. I've dropped it more than 5 times. Join the one that is yours, and then you can leave. Join yours and leave. Join yours and leave. Oh, Bodo Benita, good question. I feel like I didn't even see your name here. Benita, no worries. I've written down your name. I can't remember what I said you want, to be truthful to you. I don't like lying. But I've written your name, so you can come back to let us know what you want. But I can't remember. I didn't see it on my stuff. I said I should write her name. People are writing, je suis là. The person that knows some là. I see my French people. My French people, what? Don't worry. I'm going to meet with Judy. People from French countries that joined. We'll do something for them. Let me write Hono Beauty. I've written your name down. Hono Beauty. We'll give you something. I don't know what, but I've written your name down. Other industries, to explain, if your industry is not part of the industries on the list, join others. So if you're not in any of the industries, you're not in fashion and beauty, you're not in services, just join the group that says others. And then please, people should leave here. But then I will still leave this chat too and join a group. Go and join a group. Leave the chat, join a group, join a group. Kite is join